Good afternoon, beekeepers. So here we are, south central British Columbia, Canada. We're up in the high plateau area of south central British Columbia. And today it's middle of March 15th or so. Daytime temperatures are nearing 15 Celsius or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. I just wanted to review the transition that we go through from winter design to spring. And if you recall from my earlier videos in winterizing your beehives, we talked about candy boards and pillow boxes. So one of the things that is important to notice here, I've weighed the hive in the late fall going into winter, and this one weighed at 100 pounds total hive weight. So here, to get through our winters, we need roughly 120 pounds of stored honey in the brood box. So we get 2.5 or 3 feet of snow. And this is the way that it went through the winter. One of the things that you'll notice is no, we do not wrap. I do not wrap. This is exactly how it came through the winter. And the thing that we are concerned about for us is the thing that kills beehives are mites, moisture, and starvation. I go into every winter, I make sure that my mite load is between 2 to 3% acceptable levels, so that only leaves us with moisture control and feed. So I mentioned this one was a little light. It was 100 pounds total hive weight. So down here we've got our candy board. So the bees are allowed to come up and eat any candy that they have available to them, and yet this upper box is my pillow box, and as shown in my previous beekeeping winterizing beehives video, I use horse bedding pellets. Some people put them in their wood stoves, but they're basically a wood fiber pellet, and I only use a quarter. I only fill up the pellets a quarter full because the moisture that comes up from the beehive hits my insulation board under the inner cover and is collected by the moisture board. So let's have a look. So here's my insulating board. 1-inch styrofoam, shiny side down. So the moisture then comes up, hits the insulating board, and goes down to the pillow box. Well, as you can clearly see here, the pillow box has really done its job. It's expanded the wood fiber pellets, and it's completely filled the box. So I couldn't ask for a better outcome. So now it's warm enough, they don't need that much moisture control. I can take the pillow box off. So now we're left with the candy board, and what I did is I calculated from the 120 pounds, the 100 pounds to the 120, I needed a 20-pound candy box. I put in 20 pounds of a candy box in the late fall, early winter, and they've done a great job. Completely, so it's 1x4 frame, half-inch mesh, and I use the same design whether it's for the pillow box or my candy boards. So there we go. I couldn't be happier with that result. And so to be fair, I came in a week ago and laid down a pollen patty for them because, you know, they're foraging and it's hard to find food sources. The only reason I'm using half a pollen patty, because quite simply that's all I've got left. I've used them all up. I'm going to my good buddy, and he is going to provide me with another case of pollen patties. I've got a 3/4 inch spacer, and that will allow the bees to access the pollen on all sides. I put it dead center. That's where all the activity is, and a spacer allows them a little bit of extra free rein. And I have inadvertently forgot my inner cover, but that's okay because I have them handy. What I do for an inner cover design is I have a summer entrance that bees can come and go. I drill 2 holes, and what I'll do with this is I could screw in a 1-quart jar of syrup with the whole. I'll show you this in another video. So this is the summer setting, an open door so they can freely come and go. I will get my, there they are, so when I cut the holes out of my inner cover, it leaves me with a couple of options. It leaves me with a plugged option, and I drill it twice if I want to use one as a little extra ventilation. So it's not summer, I don't need that now. I'll get my jar ring, my block. That's all there is to that. I like to keep my 1-inch styrofoam shiny side down throughout the year, because our temperature where we stand today goes from 40 degrees Celsius, 110 Fahrenheit, down to -40. And so we're always aware of the temperature. This allows them free access. You see, they like the heat, they like the smell of the hive. They're freely using it. The more you watch, the more you'll see they'll go in there with their pollen laid down. Now again, this is just a review of my technique in other videos on how to winterize your beehives. And of course we have pretty extreme weather here. It doesn't happen all over the world, but I get on average 0 to, at the worst, 5% loss. And anybody that can say that is doing something right. You see, the bees are actively filling the hive. They've got their saddlebags full of pollen. And in a few days, some of the candy boards that were not totally consumed, I'll just plunk those in a spaghetti pot, and I'll make some syrup out of them, and I'll start feeding them in the next day or so. But this is a good look at winterizing techniques. Follow along some of my other beekeeping videos, and feel free to ask questions. Thank you very much. Happy beekeeping.